cool if we had masks.
Yeah, we were talking a couple weeks ago. We actually had right?
I know you're helping me over there.
Okay, so we're going to have to be right about there where Mylan is.
Hey guys, grab a seat. Especially these over here. It's so intricate.
Didn't anybody get a
Oh yeah. Great.
Doug, did you turn it on? Doug, did you turn it on? Yours is on?
Yeah, if I could have your attention, please. If I could have your attention,
I saw you messing with it. Did you turn it on? I'll turn it on.
I'd like to introduce myself. I am Mylan Yurkovich,
No, I don't see it.
and
That's gone.
this is
It's
my
gone?
home,
Okay.
and we're glad to have you here. I'll never forget in January of 2009, when I received my master's promotion. It was a very, very special day. And this new mask that I have is also a very, very special gift from Leanne made these, and all the family. And today we're here to honor 3 junior masters who today will be promoted to master. And that's very exciting. And I'd like to introduce our teacher, Master Doug Juola.
I salute you all. This is a very special occasion. These guys here have worked their butts off, literally. 40 years ago, I was a young lad at 26 years old. I walked into a Kung Fu studio, and the instructor had me sit down at his desk, and he had a beautiful view of Lankershim Boulevard in North Hollywood. And lots of cars go through Lankershim Boulevard. So he said, look at the cars. Out of every 25 cars, only one is involved in martial arts. And he says, you're sitting here today signing an agreement to be a Kung Fu Sansu student. I just want you to know that out of every 100 people that do what you're doing today, only 3 become black belts. Now, to become a master is something incredibly harder than even being a black belt. It takes 3 years usually in Sansu if you're dedicating, going every day to get a black belt. It takes another 8 years after that if you go consistently to become a master in Kung Fu Sansu. So I noticed Master Andrew replied and said, you're one of the 1%? No, you're one of the percentage of 1% in the whole world who is dedicated enough and committed enough and polished enough to be a master of Kung Fu Sansu. So I want to introduce the junior masters, soon to be masters of Kung Fu Sansu. First of all, Ray Zulu Collins.
Woo! Yeah,
And Kevin Alvarado.
Woo!
And Chad Stuckey.
Woo!
Now, okay, and these guys have been working long and hard, and since this COVID thing, we've been having to do this remotely via Zoom. We call it Zoom Fu, and you know, almost a year ago we had to shut down the studio because of COVID, so we could not meet together. But these guys are dedicated enough to show up every Tuesday and Thursday night on their computers and still work out like we do at our Zoom Fu meetings. We don't just sit there and bullshit. We actually work out. And that's what these guys have been doing for the last year or so that we've been involved with this COVID stuff. Besides that, they still hung in there, and they're here today. And that's just a testament to their dedication and commitment and the professionalism. Okay, they're going to show you a little bit about what they learned. And this is not a demo. Usually we have a nice demo, but we haven't been working out, so we can't really do that. But I wanted them to show at least a weapons form that we do. So each of them picked out a weapons form, and they're going to demonstrate that for you today. So without further ado, is your granddaughter going to get ready? No? Okay.
They're
Go ahead,
coming
Kevin.
soon.
Coming soon. Coming soon.
Yes, dance.
You don't need to wear your mask. Otherwise you might pass out. Go again, Kevin. Deep. 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 Deep.
Yes, you may.
Yeah,
Or you
well-
can move to the middle of the yard.
Yeah, you don't want to chop up. Make some room. Fair enough. Okay, a little tough if you get close.
It's a big yard. You can move around.
That's right. Yeah! Yeah! Ah!
Well done, well done.
Come on, Zulu. Wait, let me tie my shoe.
We tried. Trying to prolong it.
Yeah, karate show.
like next week. So.
We did 11:45. They gave us
Have a weapon anyway.
I know, right?
Is that mine or yours? Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's just like mine.
No. Zulu. Will be not nature, huh?
Very good. Very good. We would not all be here if it wasn't for one major person in our life, and that's Russ Williams. He's all our instructors. I just inherited these guys. They're really his students. But knowing Russ, I've known Russ for over 30 years. And he is undoubtedly the best Kung Fu Sansu instructor on the planet. I've said that before, and I really mean it. I mean, when he teaches, it's so easy to pick this stuff up. It's so easy to learn it. Even though it's very difficult, some of these moves are very difficult, he found a way to explain it to all of us so we could do it, and do it well. Unfortunately, he can't be here today because of the COVID stuff, and we didn't want him to come to endanger his health. So I don't know if he's on the Zoom. He's not on the Zoom. Well, he was going to Zoom in on us, but I guess he couldn't make that either. But again, none of us would be here without him and his influence. And like I say, these guys are really his students, but I'm very proud to accept them as my students now. And without further ado, we'll start handing out some goodies. No, I think I got it. Okay. 4, the master's degree of black belt in the ancient martial art of Kung Fu Sansu. I award this to Ray Zulu Collins II. Good job. Can't do the hugs and handshakes. We will be able to do that when we do great pictures.
And by the way, I'm really glad to be your student. You're an awesome teacher as well.
Well, thank you.
Really appreciate all that you've done.
Okay. Wait, there's 4.
Oh, no.
Wait.
I don't need a bell. I need this.
If you order now.
We also get a brand new red gi.
Woo!
Red. Not
Red.
red.
In the bag, too?
In a bag.
Oh, dude, that's sweet.
That's sweet. And also, you get a new black belt, and you can get rid of that one.
Nice.
And we've got the 5 families patch. I'm going to get the other patch that says master on it. They're on order. So.
Nice.
Master, degree of black belt, Kung Fu Sansu, Kevin R. Alvarado. the obligatory red gi and your black belt and 5 family patch. All the goodies today.
Go, Kevin. Nice job.
Last but certainly not least, master's degree of black belt, Kung Fu Sansu, Chad Stuckey. Couldn't ask for better students, more dedicated, committed, fumbling around. But I just want to thank all of you for coming. I know it's difficult times, and it's really good that we get to come here and do this in person. I didn't want to do this over Zoom. Here's your certificate. You know, I'll hand it to you in a couple months. That just wouldn't work with something as important as this.
Yeah,
So
right.
I really appreciate all of you coming today, and these are the guys we're here to honor, so.
Yeah.
Big hand for them. We've got some refreshments, some light refreshments, water, or whatever you want.
Does Joe need to say anything about taking pictures of each individual?
What do you need to say, Joe, about taking pictures? We're going to get together as a group, right?
Yeah. We'll do the guys individually, and then we'll do the group.
Okay.
And there's a bottle of champagne over there for each one of you.
Nice. Shake it up and spray.
Very good. Big it up.
Actually, I'm Serbian, but I am serious.
Don't carry on, right?
Okay.
No. It still tastes good.
Don't disrobe yet. If you got your V's on, we're going to take
Why don't you
a
guys
group
put
picture.
your red jackets on,
Yeah.
and then we want a picture.
The red one.
Hey, give your certificates to your family so you don't get them wet. I'm watching you guys.
Sorry, were you talking to us? I don't think so. Okay. You take a picture now, or you're going to wait till we heard? Thanks for inviting me. I'm glad I'm here too.
Just do it both. They're sitting here right now with press.
Good to be here.
Yeah, we're going to do that. Let's do this one first. Mask off.
That's great. Very nice.
Mask off, mask off. Hold your breath.
You want to hold this, Doug? For the picture with these guys?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Thank you. I had to comb my hair.
This is
I'm sorry, when you stand on the other side, because you're all shadowed. Sorry, it'll just be a better picture. You'll thank me later. There we go, that's much nicer.
Oh, yeah, you're sitting in the job.
Sorry.
I don't know. I told Corey, I was like, no way.
That's why you're in town, right?
Person was in there, and she'll get to end of the 2 weeks. And then we'll have to wait 4 weeks to see it. Like, nah.
I don't know, they're probably.
I'm like, nah.
Ow!
I was like, oh yeah, now they all
Video guy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I can easily get it like the last week.
Yeah. And then you would have emphasized it.
Oh, that's true.
Oh.
Wardrobe king.
Took over your table.
But I'll be excited to try it. Yeah. I'm gonna go get some. Yeah, I wanna get a picture of you.
They're gonna take a picture with her.
Uh-huh.
Taking all the official. If you want to go out for food, let us know.
I'll be on
Got to. We're stuck in the house too. Like, we literally go out to like go to a drive-thru and just go home and chill. It's like, hey, what do you want to do? Just watch a movie. It's like 2 p.m. Okay, cool. So what are we doing after that? I don't know. We'll probably just browse Netflix. Okay, 6. You want in and out later? Yeah, what time? Like 8? Oh, so we'll have like 5 hours before then? Yeah. Okay, okay.
Lightly, green knuckles on, that's the auto focus.
Oh, Bubba.
I like how motherfuckers was laughing before you even he was like, what the heck you're gonna say? As you could tell, it was really funny.
That color is dead on
Yeah. You're against the wall.
I am.
Dude, have you seen the video of the guy who's like on his
I'm waiting for them
standing,
to,
like, perpendicular to the ground, or parallel to the ground? Yeah, and he's going so fast he's gonna fall. And he's like,
How are you? I was at a game point yesterday and I went, I should go visit Pat. No, I should go. No, that's not even true. I don't have nothing to do. We're at game point. And you didn't come by. Well, thank you. I went, well, I went to Rexham. Oh, okay. Well, look at RJ. I love, you know what, I don't know how to do sausage, but he's I'm not a sausage.
I like it, it's in the way.
Oh my gosh.
No. She got mad because she knew it was fake.
Yeah. I gotta say,
Dude, up early, how to have like those chain link fences.
these sneakers every night.
It was like boxed off.
Oh, those are his. Yes. Oh my God, they're gorgeous.
I had a proper chain link fence. Look for it. Like,